You can support this show at patreon.com/ASAPodcasting. Hello, welcome back. Skyrim Addict Podcast 191. I am Michael. With me is Ray.
Hello, hello.
And Colin.
Good evening, guys.
How's it going? I've survived the Grand Canyon. We should be able to get on a normal recording schedule now. Well, I should say I barely survived the Grand Canyon, and we should be able to get on a normal recording schedule now. It was touch and go for a while there, but we made it all the way across. So there is that. But that's
So do you have to run down, across, and up?
Yeah. And our plan was to run back. That didn't happen. So we hitchhiked. We hitchhiked from the North Rim to the South Rim, which is a 4-hour drive.
Yeah.
But we survived.
Yeah,
so
it's a big ditch.
It is a big ditch. But so we should be able to get back on a normal course of recording here, since I survived and lived, and now have don't have to try and plan and train for that adventure. But oddly, I did play a ton of Skyrim recently. As I was telling Ray, I finally kicked off Night at the Museum and played through it. Actually, just yesterday after I got back. So I returned from Solstheim, put all my stuff in there that got me over to 300 items. Left and then came back, and was it the wizard or whoever he is the mage is waiting outside for you to tell you there's a haunting going on and all that. Super fun. Well, that is a super fun quest for sure. I love the creeping. I like how they used the Apocrypha books spinning and put them in the middle of the room to make like a haunting and all that. It's a nice challenging quest, like to find things. To find the different notes you need and read through the story and all that. Then there's like some super creepy, like you're in the ring or something in that one point in the hallway, and you set up a ladder and you're climbing out on the roof. It's really a fun quest, but and challenging too. So I was super happy to finally get to that.
Yeah, I've really been enjoying all of the different quests that come with Legend of the Dragonborn. They are very cleverly done, well integrated.
Yeah,
and a lot of fun to play.
Yep, for sure,
and definitely challenging. I just recently did the Trials of Trinimac, and that one there's two places in it where you have to you fight an absolute crap ton of Falmer.
Oh man.
And it took me a lot of tries to get through that.
I almost got wiped out by the damn saber cat when I walked into the whatchamacallit area, the natural history
visit wing. Yep.
I was like, do. I was like, what is attacking me? There's a wolf and a saber cat. And I'm like, oh my God, let me get the heck out of here.
Yeah. And I had thought I was being real clever, and I had already completely packed that out.
Oh, okay. Oh God. So everything was,
and so I had, giants and mammoths and, spriggans and
hag raven.
Yeah. I had the hag raven.
Wolves and saber cats, the whole 9 yards.
Yep. I was afraid to loot them.
The only thing I don't think that they throw at you in that is your dragons.
Yeah. I was like,
which was thankful.
Yeah, thankful. Yeah, I was like, am I supposed to loot them, or if I loot them, do I then take away the things that I built them with, and they're not going to be there when I get done? So I should have looted them, but I did not. But yeah, no, I had the hag raven, all that stuff there, and I'm like, oh my God, this is a mess. So I did use a lot of conjuration there. Although if you hop into the exhibit, they don't go into the exhibit.
Yeah.
So you can at least get a respite in there and heal up a little bit before going back out. Like you can hide a little bit and heal up before you have to get back out and start fighting again. So, but it was a surprise opening the door and being immediately attacked.
Right. Yeah, there's no warning to that one.
No, not at all. Yeah. Some of the dream stuff was good. It was really creepy. Finding the notes took a little while. Once I figured out that that's what I had to find, I knew what I had to do to progress a little better. Especially the one that's like out on the edge of the cliff or whatever. You have to walk around the back of the museum. Once I discerned what I was doing and looking for specific things, that made it a little not easier, but it certainly gave me a direction to go in.
A little clearer.
Complete it. Yeah. But yeah, super, super fun quest. So, I have to get some more items and, keep moving up the ladder to the next set of stuff. I have to go back anyway, cause I got to see, I sent all my people out to go, excavate. So they should be back to give me their stuff. So, but I also played I actually played the entire Thieves Guild quest vanilla, with my vanilla character, the one that I'm doing everything with. And for the first time in probably 8 years, I brought the Thieves Guild to prominence again and fully restored
wow, you really did all of it then.
I did all of it, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I got all of the Thieves Guild done because I needed I'm trying to get all the achievements before and get everything to 100. And then I'm going to go legendary, and then I want to try and fill every tree with every perk in every tree. This character is kind of just a long-term project that I want to do.
Yeah.
Actually, the only big quest line I have left is the Civil War. That's my next on my agenda. Everything else all the big stuff I've finished up, and then I have to go through and do like some Daedric stuff and like that. But it was funny because like Connor's been playing on Xbox also, so he'll play on my account sometimes. He has a save on my account that he plays on, but then he changes the difficulty level. So like I went in and I'm like level 67 with all dragon scale gear and like Stalrim bow and and I'm like walking in places and basically people are falling over and dying when I look at them. And I'm like, this is weird. I remember this being a little more difficult than this. Like dragons, like I hit them with the dagger and they like crash into the ground and die. And like he had it on like Apprentice or something, or I'm like, oh god, this is not gonna work. So then I'll switch it to legendary, and then he'll start playing with like a level 10 character, and he's like, why do I have to hit this bandit like 95 times to kill him? So yeah, he's been playing a ton. He's actually he usually just kind of plays through the quests and doesn't like worry about leveling and stuff, but he's getting more into the learning the enchantments and building things like that. So he's actually been playing this character quite a bit longer than he normally does. He likes to go to Winterhold first and then do the dragon stuff, and playing as a mage, of course, always difficult at low levels. So
yeah,
especially if somebody accidentally puts it on legendary for you.
Right. Where you do half the damage and they do double.
Yeah.
It's basically throwing birthday candles instead of fireballs.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. That's what's happening there.
Just flicking matches.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah. So on legendary though, it's still a pretty good challenge for me. Like, because of course, like the stupid Dawn Guard show, I did the Dawn Guard as the vampire side. So the Dawn Guard shows up outside of my damn door every 5 minutes. Like every time I go to my house, I walk outside, the Dawn Guard is showing up. And then they're showing up and a dragon shows up at the same time every time I walk out the door. And I'm just like, yeah, you guys are such a pain. I'm like, oh my God. So then I dragon rend, keep the dragon on the ground, let them fight the dragon and get killed. And then, but they all do a pretty good amount of damage to me considering how much, the gear I have and all that. So but right now I'm working on pickpocketing. So I was talking in Discord about it, And I was joking. I was like, it took me, let's see, we're about to be on. So it took me about almost 10 years to figure out that when you're like at a higher level and you want to work on your pickpocketing and not get arrested, you just go to the bandit camps and pickpocket the bandits. Because nobody's,
who cares?
Doesn't matter.
They're bandits.
Yeah. You're not getting a bounty for that. So that's what I did. I also taught Connor the halted stream trick of going and getting transmute and using transmute to make gold. So learning his lessons well.
Excellent.
Yeah, but that's basically what I've been playing. I did way more vanilla play. The only thing I got to play on my PC was the quest, the Night at the Museum quest, which was super fun. And I'm looking forward to more Legacy. So that's kind of going to be, I'll probably be bouncing back and forth between the two of them, and possibly Oblivion, which I haven't started a character yet, but that's always on the agenda.
Yeah, I started a few Oblivion characters. I started a Morrowind character again.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and I was like, I'm gonna play through like the main quest, and then I got to exactly the same place where I got to the last time I played, and it was like, do I really have to do this? Because the only reason why I was doing it was so I could like be like those smug guys. Oh, you haven't played Elder Scrolls 3? Oh, okay. Yeah, and I was like, oh, I've played the main quest of Elder Scrolls 3. Yes, yeah, I know. So like, blah 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 blah. That smug thing, when people tell you that they've played Morrowind all the way through and multiple times and things like that. Other than that, but I got to the same point, and it wasn't anything that made it like super difficult. It was there's this point where you go and talk to this person, and they're like, there's these fortunes, or she's like a seer woman or something like that. And there's all these prophecies about who the Nerevar is and what he's done and what makes it so you could possibly be the Nerevar. And basically I had like two things. It was like the star I was born under, and then I was an orphan. Other than that, it had no relation that I was never. So basically what the game is saying to you is that you got to go out and do everything else in the game. So you you meet this person, you do this, and sort of so then when they go through the prophecies of you being the Nerevar, you can be the Nerevarine or something like that. And I had nothing, so it was like, do I want to just go through the main quest as in without all of these things?
Yeah.
Or no, I want to go out through the game, but the game is just such a drag sometimes because there's barely walking in it, let alone running. You have to walk everywhere, and then when you're running, it drains your stamina.
Yeah.
So like the normal running in Skyrim drains your stamina, so you have to like run for a little bit and then stop and then slowly walk and then run for a little bit and then slowly walk. And then it's just there's no like level up. Like the world doesn't level up with you. It's like you'll go into one cave and it'll just be all full of rats, and you wipe things out without even being hit.
Yeah.
And then you'll walk into this cave or something like that, and then this mage will hit you with fucking chain lightning or something like that and wipe you out in one shot. It's like, and it was just like starting to drag me down. So I was like, screw it. So then I switched over to Oblivion, and I started playing Oblivion. And sometimes when I'm playing it, it's just like, it's not that I enjoy it more than Skyrim. I do enjoy playing Skyrim a lot more, but I think there's more love put into Oblivion than there is to Skyrim.
Yeah, into the stories, I think you're right. Yeah.
And into the world building,
the little
the
details.
forests, the swamp areas, like the Black Forest, all that sort of stuff. Like when you go down into like the Leyawind area, where it's like, you know, they got the Black Forest and there's all that swampy area. There seems to be a lot more love put into the game to make it look like a real proper swampy area.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, you're right there and sort of like, you know, you're walking along and then your foot goes down, like 2 foot gets stuck in the mud and all that sort of stuff. You can actually feel that happening as you're going through with that character. But in Skyrim, it's not, you don't really get completely immersed in, like, you know, what's the swampy area up by, where is it?
Oh.
Morthal.
Morthal, thank you. I don't know. As I said, it just seems that they put a lot more, you know, a lot more time and a lot more effort into building all the world and everything in it to keep you immersed in Oblivion than Skyrim. Skyrim, like, seems like they took too much out. They listened to too many people when they said, like, refine it, because they took a lot of shit out from Morrowind from Morrowind to Oblivion, and they took a lot of shit out and made it a lot better. And then they went from Oblivion to Skyrim and they took even more shit out, and I think they took too much out. Yeah,
I kind of agree with that. Like, even some, like, little mechanics that they took out.
Like the spells, like, like, you know, all the spells that you get in, like, Oblivion is unbelievable compared to Skyrim.
Yeah, and how you can craft your own and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and there's, like, spell making. I mean, the enchanting's, like, you know, pretty basic. There's no smithing whatsoever. Apart from, like, a little armor, like, you know, armor repair. Apart from that, there's no smithing, but alchemy's huge. And I like doing that with all the alembics and everything like that.
Yeah, that's interesting how you have to get better gear in Oblivion to do better potions, essentially.
Yeah. I think I had because I made one character and played all the way through the Fighters Guild. And then I remember the last time we done, like, I think we done the main quest in Oblivion, the first round table we did, and then we done Shivering Isles. And I think I mentioned to you guys about doing the Fighters Guild, and I'm pretty sure you and one said, "Oh, there's no real point. It's okay, but it's not a great story."
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think I went through the Fighters Guild last time. That's the one where, like, there's the rival guild and stuff like that. Yeah.
And I played through that, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the guy said, like, you know, it's okay, but it's not great. It's not really worth an entire round table. Yeah,
of the guilds, I would say, like you ended up suggesting, the Thieves and Dark Brotherhood have much deeper stories than the Fighters one.
Yeah, so I played through it. It was okay, and the last fight is pretty decent if you get it to a high enough level.
Yeah.
But anyway, as I said, I hadn't figured out the leveling system yet, so everything was, like, super fucking tough. Like, in their light armor, because they're all in glass armor and everything like that.
Yeah.
And all, see, that's the problem with the fucking NPCs. All the NPCs are nothing but a bunch of fucking min-maxers. Because all they are, they're, like, you know, light armor, like, you know, ultimate skill. Like, they'll have 100 in light armor, and they'll wear all light armor.
Yeah,
and they have, like, 100 in blade, and they use a dagger, or they'll have, like, 100 in marksmanship, and they'll use a bow. So they're all a bunch of min-maxers. So, but when you come in there with your sort of, like, you know, your little bit of conjuration, and you know, your really high alteration, so you don't have to do that stupid fucking lockpicking, and sort of, like, you know, everything is kind of, like, weak ass. Sort of, like, you know, it's like, you know, you're kind of okay, so you have to, like, conjure something up like 30 times to try.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I if you don't like the lockpicking, you definitely have to work on those spells and the alteration for sure. I've weirdly gotten good at the lockpicking in Oblivion. I don't know how or why. Just for some reason it clicks for me. But man, but when you miss it, you can miss it like 1,000 times in a row so easily. It's that there's no rhyme or reason to it. I mean, I know there's a solution. Like, there's like a, like, you know, there's a groove that you get into, but I just can't find it with my sort of, like, you know, with my Irish brain. Just
I just can't figure it out of like, what I'm doing wrong or what I'm doing right. Because like sometimes because when I've got enough skill, I have to pick like, this lock, like an average lock, and I don't have like, well, the character I've got right now is like level 3, and he's got level, I think it's like 60 something in alteration already.
Oh God.
Because he keeps on using, was it feather, the shield spells, and literally everything, and he just keeps on recasting them. So, but I wandered into this old dilapidated fort out in the middle of fucking nowhere, right on the edge of the map, and I was like, these skeletons are a bit fucking tough than the usual ones. And I get in, and I was like still only like level 1 at the time.
Oh God,
because I hadn't leveled up yet. And these skeletons were like tougher because I was nearly one-shotting the other skeletons in the place, and they were called dark skeletons. Was one really? What are these? They're all sort of like, got this black shade type thing over them. And then I finally got into the last room, and then there's all these fucking tapestries coming down with the fucking black hand painted on them with the fucking Dark Brotherhood thing. And there's like it was a Dark Brotherhood something or other, and I was like going in, and I found it like a silver dagger in there, and I was still only like level 1, and I found a chest, and then there was a barrel that was very hard lock on it. And I had like 60 lockpicks on me that I was never going to use. God. So I think I used 40 lockpicks, and I finally got it open.
Did you just do the auto? Did you hit the auto each time? Oh,
no. I was like that. I'd done 40 lockpicks trying to get this very hard lock open.
Oh my God.
I finally got it open, and it was worth it. It was there's 20 or is it 30 poison apples in it.
Oh wow.
That are worth like 300 gold each. And they don't weigh anything. I have no idea what they are and what they're for.
Huh.
But
I wonder if it's for a quest, yeah.
Yeah, it must be for a Dark Brotherhood quest, but it looks like it because it says poisoned apples, and also says like in little brackets, ignores poison resistance. So Argonians are immune to poison.
Oh yeah.
These would ignore it. So I'm thinking you're supposed to reverse pickpocket them into somebody or something like that, maybe.
Possibly, yeah. Does that work on this? I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't remember. It's been a while since I played Oblivion in that way.
Yeah, I have never done the Dark Brotherhood quest or the Thieves Guild, but I'm thinking of planning on like doing what Ray does, is sort of like, start playing and then sort of like get to level 320 or something, and then start the quest that he's going to go into play. So I've started this character now, and like, when we start the round table in like, 8 or 9 months, when he's like level 60 or something like that, then we can start. So he'll have 100 in alteration. But I just know for a fact they've probably got some like, lock-picking quest in there that you have to, there's no other choice that you have to lock-pick.
Yeah, there might be, actually. I'm trying to think offhand. But yeah, I mean, I played both of them the last time before doing Shivering Isles, but I mean, it's been probably 2 years since we did Shivering Isles, almost.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, something like that. So it's probably been almost 3 years since I played through Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood on Oblivion. But yeah, I was super stoked to play some Oblivion when you mentioned it. And also, like, if anybody has Game Pass, that's on Game Pass. So I believe.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna load it on my Xbox and see if I can play Oblivion on the Xbox. My hope is that I'll be so frustrated with the controller that I'll blame it on the controller and not the game, and I'll be able to get past the aggravation that the game has caused me in the past.
Understandable.
So if I can make it out of the sewers without quitting, I'll consider it a win.
You consider it a win. I am oddly one of the people who plays Oblivion and uses archery, which everybody hates in Oblivion because it's not super powerful, for sure.
I've been really enjoying it. I enjoy it more than the Skyrim.
Yeah, I feel like it's more. It's not as overpowered or anything. Like you really have to, think about it when you're going to use your arrows because also they weigh stuff.
Yeah, and there's no whatchamacallit, there is sneak attack, but there's no once you hit something with an arrow, that's it. They know you're there. And
they're coming for you. Yeah.
It's not, it's not Skyrim you just sneak and go back into the corner and they never find you.
Yeah,
nah, you hit the one. That's it. Obviously,
it's on. Yeah,
yeah. Even though you'll hit somebody a mage or something like that with an arrow and one shot them, and the mage that's 2 foot away from them will just stand there and look at him fall on the ground and go, what was that? And they just scratch his ass and carry on.
Did you hear something?
There's still that. But other than that, if you hit a guy and you don't kill him, then he's coming for you.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Because I tried.
And the other.
No. I was just gonna say I tried. When you go into the quest for Umbra, or when you go in to get Umbra, and you can look down in the room where Umbra's at. I always shoot an arrow there, and I'm like, oh, good, they'll be coming running down this hallway, and I can shoot arrows at them the whole way down. But I never kill them in time, and it always kills me, or they always kill me. So yeah. So
yeah, I know of Umbra. I thought it was a woman.
Yes, it is. Yeah. I misspoke when I said it is actually. And the sword is Umbra.
It's called Umbra. That's what I was going to say. Yeah, there's but I don't know the quest. I know of it because I think I ran into her in the.
It's in a ruin. Yeah, in one of the it's like an alien ruin.
I think I ran into her and then ran away.
Yes,
hit her with something and it just bounced off.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Fucking min-maxers thing. I just sort of and then ran away.
It's always a good call.
But it's an ebony sword or something, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah. It's an ebony sword. It's a good sword if you're going to go two-handed. It's around I forget where it's at exactly, but it's close to the. It's along the body of water by the what is it?
Lake Rumer?
Yeah, I think so.
Or the Nebene Bay?
No, near what's the Imperial City? Why can't I think of the name? Yeah. Around the outer rim of that, I believe, is somewhere is Umbra, if I'm remembering correctly, but I may not be. It's been a little while. But I've been doing in there.
Yeah, I've been doing the all the alien quests, trying to get the statues.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I've been running into all of those. I've been avoiding most of their forts, but I've gone into a couple of them when it's late at night, and I've got some room to get some more stuff because I need a higher level feather spell.
Yeah. Because when you get over encumbered, that's it.
Yep.
The end. You're not moving. The alien ruins just look amazing. They just have a great design that really holds up. I really like them a lot.
Yeah, and I finally figured out how to get the fucking was it the Welkin stones, the high up ones?
Oh yeah, how?
You just hit him with a hammer. You just hit him with the bow and arrow.
Oh,
so you can if you get mysticism, you can telekinesis them off of it. But if you get right behind underneath and hit them with an arrow below it, and I've actually super proud of myself of being able to hit it in the arse with the arrow, and it's gone up in the air. Yeah, like that. Because I hit it in the arse with the arrow, it goes up, and then the arrow comes down, and I managed to catch the arrow.
Oh my god!
Before it falls on the ground, when it's dropping towards my face,
and get the Welkin stone.
That's what happens when you miss the welkin stone and the arrow bounces off and hits the dog in the corner.
Yeah, crazy dog goes nuts.
My favorite thing in Oblivion is when I forget that ghosts can't be killed by normal weapons.
Yeah.
And you go to that. What is it? Is it Anvil that's by the docks? Or is it what's the one where the ghost ship is by the docks? What's the town by the docks? Is it Anvil?
There's Anvil. Yeah, there is Anvil, and then you got Breville, which is the one where you've got the Lone Watchman or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's Anvil where it's by the lighthouse and all. It's right out where the
because that's the only one by the beach.
Yeah, the shops are along the water there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember walking into that ship the last time we played, and it had been so long I didn't play in a while. And I went to go kill the ghosts, and I'm swinging and swinging and swinging and swinging and swinging, and nothing is happening. And I'm like, what in the world is going on? Why can't I do any damage to these ghosts? They're like, I didn't have a silver weapon, so I was not going to do any damage.
Yeah. I've been what we call it for the because I've been only, as I said, I was still only level 1, and in Oblivion the world levels up when you level up.
Oh yeah, yep.
So I can still take them out with a firebolt, as long as I'm doing what your usual plan. You stand right at the other end of the room, and you fire a firebolt, and you can get off like 5 or 6 of them before
they
even
get
gets
there.
To you.
Yeah. You have to use that hallway. Yeah.
But I went into some fucking big alien room, a big massive one, and it was full of trolls, but they had like a special name. It was Alkanet trolls or something like that. And I'm trying to build up my light armor because it was close to like level 25 in light armor, and they started. They would beat the shit out of you when they get close. But at this point, I was trying to level up. Oh, and hand to hand was one of my other ones, which was my major skills because he's a Khajiit.
Mm-hmm.
So I went hand to hand. So I was in there literally punching trolls, and trying to level up, kind of like the Ebony Warrior.
Oh my god!
So I was sneaking up on trolls, and what I really love about the Oblivion, right? If you look at the sneak attack hand to hand in Oblivion, you sneak up behind them, and when you push your fist out, it actually turns into like you open your palm up, so you kind of like doing like that kung fu move and sort of like jabbing them in the kidneys or something.
Oh my god!
And it looks really, really cool when you're in like the first person, you're sneaking up behind the troll, and you sort of like kidney punch him, and he turns around.
Oh, that's great!
Sort of like laying into him.
Oh god, that's good. Yeah, I am excited to start building a character. I was going to start building one yesterday, but I was finishing up. I wanted to finish up that Thieves Guild, bring it to prominence for the first time in forever, and which I got that done. So my next thing will probably be opening up Oblivion to get a character going and start playing around. I'm
looking for stuff to do that. And not starting the main quest. That main quest in Oblivion really does like alter the entire world.
Oh, it does.
More so than it does in Skyrim when you start the main quest.
For sure.
I think it's like because there's like where I'm doing it where it's not starting the main quest. there's no Oblivion gates. There's so you're not meeting Daedra sort of like every 3 days or something like that. And I don't know. I think there's something very special about it. That game. I think maybe it's just that I know Skyrim so well, and now I'm like discovering something new, and finding all that sort of stuff nice and new and sort of like interesting and getting surprised again.
Yeah.
And I know it's just has got as much depth because of the people who have made it.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I enjoy Oblivion a lot. We were talking before the show about the was it the personality wheel or whatever it's called? Where you're where you do your persuasion basically.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like that a lot, as opposed to the randomization that they used in Skyrim. Like, where it's almost like a skill in Oblivion, where instead of just being totally randomized, like, you have whatever X amount of chance,
percent chance,
where you can actually work on it and get better at it and stuff. So I kind of like that, but I can see why they would get rid of it. But I think you needed maybe to gamify speech a little bit in Skyrim would have been good. Maybe tone it down a bit from Oblivion, but I do like the wheel in Oblivion. Once you get it down, once you figure out what you're doing, you can really do some good persuasion.
I've got that rotate thing that now. He's over 25 in Speechcraft, so I've been doing that. There's sometimes when you're doing it and everything just clicks and it goes zip, 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 zip. And then you well, the trick is to find out what they like and don't like before you start, but I always forget.
Me too.
Yeah. So I zoom up and I click on the one because it's got full and that's the one he likes the most. And then I click on that, but then when I move to the next one, he's still talking, so I can't see his facial expression. So you got to sit there and wait until facial expression until he stops talking. You can see which he likes the next and whatnot. So,
and the orcs are hard to tell when they're happy and not.
Yeah,
because of the way their face is designed. You're like, all right, are you happy or are you really mad? What is happening here?
The Khajiit's funny. The ears go back and everything like that. And the one I find difficult to tell is the Argonians, but the Khajiit are just funny. The ears go up and go back, and it's definitely to put some thought into it and put some comedy in there just so we can sit there.
Oh, and if
some of the stuff they say.
If it's dark in the shop where you're at or wherever you're talking to a person and then you can't see their face at all.
As I said, every time I run into a shop, I keep on hitting them in the face with a charm spell. So they're all got this green glow about them.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Lights them up a little bit. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, no. So I did pull up Thieves and Dark Brotherhood on UESP because just seeing if we're going to set up for a round table. I mean, there's a bunch of quests on each one. I mean, I've played through them and vaguely remember each storyline. I kind of like both, actually. So I'd be down for that. We'll figure out a quest schedule and all that to break it down. I mean, I could do the quest schedule so you don't spoil yourself if you want.
That would be perfect because I don't know exactly what I'm doing either. So I could sort of put 2 or 3 in the same sort of right next to each other, and sort of there could be 4 days worth of gaming apart because you have to do all this other shit in between. Yeah,
I'll go through it. It's been a little bit since I played them, but I've played them recently enough where I can at least have a vague idea of what's going on. Plus, that way you don't go, because you're going to see everything that goes on in them in the UESP anyway, so you don't want to spoil yourself on them. So I can start taking a look at that.
I'm a big douche when it comes to spoilers. I can't stand getting spoilers because I got spoiled on in Fallout 4. There was 2 things.
Oh man!
The kid in the fridge.
Oh yeah.
And the alien in the cave.
In the cave, okay. Oh man.
I heard those two well before I was anywhere near finding either one of them.
Yeah.
Really?
God, yeah.
Oh, that's probably what I'm going to go dark again when whatchamacallit next year.
Oh yeah, Starfield.
Starfield.
Yeah. So you probably won't hear from me for about 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, get through that period and see everything.
Yeah, I have 2 or 3 playthroughs of it. But I'm going to be playing Oblivion probably this evening and all day tomorrow. I've got tomorrow off, so
nice.
Be leveling up and seeing what I get because I think the world drops are determined by what your level are. level is. So
yeah, I think so.
All I've been getting is iron greaves and slippers.
Yeah,
in my loot, and I'm like,
are you shoving everything into the hollowed out stump?
No, I whatchamacallit, I'm pretty much selling everything.
Okay.
Even all the Welkin stones, I've been selling all of those.
Yeah.
Because the three things I've been putting in my is whatchamacallit, agility, speed, and willpower. Because that helps you regenerate magicka. If you put it into intelligence, that increases your pool of magicka, but if you put it into willpower, that increases the regeneration. So you can always run away for a little bit until that regens back up again, and then I can go back in on the attack.
Yeah, I wonder, actually, I probably still have the save from my last character we played. I wonder when I fire it up. I'll have to see what I have.
Yeah, I've never cleared it out on mine, so I'm like on save 427.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my God.
And they're all still on the computer.
Yeah. I'll have to look, yeah, because I think I played on Xbox last, so that would make sense. Cause I played on PC prior to that a while back. But yeah, last time I played was definitely on Xbox when we did Shivering Isles and all that, and even previously. So I wonder if I didn't play through Thieves Guild, I might be able to use that character. I just have no idea what's going on with that character when I hop in. There is that issue, but other than that,
find out which house you're at.
Yeah, I don't know where. Well, I know all my junk is in the stump because I just leave it in the stupid stump in the city. Which, I mean, it's safe storage, so it is what it is. It's kind of like Anissa's cabin in Oblivion, basically. It's except you don't have to kill anyone to get it. It's just there in the city.
Yeah. Was it? I was trying to do that quest, and I'd done it on the character I had made before this one, and was it when I was trying to sneak up on them, they wouldn't start when I was hidden. I couldn't get close enough where I was still hidden, and it would kick off the quest. I literally had to get right up them where both of them could literally turn around and see me standing right next to them, and then that would still kick off the quest. But I was plain as day because I didn't have invisibility potions or nothing, so they could clearly see that I was crouching down right next to them.
Oh, but God!
They still talk to each other like I wasn't even there.
Oh, jeez.
And I was like, okay, all right, let's just go with this. I made the couple of mistakes of sitting there for like an hour.
Yes.
And like wait, and no, nothing happened. All right. Maybe I've got to go up and talk to him and go up and talking to him, and then no, then they just fuck off, and then you have to come back the next night.
Yep.
And I was still there. I was like, no, nothing. What's going on? And then literally, you just keep on creeping up. It's literally until you're right next to them, and they can see you clear as day, right next to them. And then they start talking to each other about this super secret thing.
With you right there, yeah.
Yeah. At navel level.
Yep.
At their belly button. Just like sitting there with your hands out.
Yeah, that happened to me the last time I played it. I remember that specific set of events. I was like, my God, they're going to see me. They're going to see me. They're going to see me. Like, why aren't they starting? What's going on? Yeah. Yep. Same exact thing happened. And then I creeped all the way up, and they started talking. I'm like, this is just doesn't make any sense. I was trying to hide behind a bush and all kinds of stuff. Yep. And yep. Nope. Did not help.
I can't remember what's his name, Agamir or something like that. I was trying to hide, so I was directly behind him, so the other guy couldn't see me, and that would get weird. No, that didn't work.
Oh my God. Yeah. I do love some Oblivion, but I'll see if my character's still floating around on saves and see where I'm at on it. Maybe I can do a quick Thieves Guild run through and a Dark Brotherhood run through just to refresh my brain before going through the quests. So I'll take a look at it and see. I think I played through those though when we did it, but just to double check. Ray, how far are you in Legacy? That's what I want to know. How many items do you now have?
I was really bummed because I was hoping I would get more out of doing the Civil War quest than I did, and so I came in just under 900.
Wow.
I'm at 896.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's certainly getting harder and harder to to get batches of things.
Mm-hmm.
It's all one here, one there.
Yeah, just an item at a time, basically. Yeah, depending on what quest.
Yeah, so I've got about half of the Daedric items. I think that's where I'm going to focus next. Finish getting all those.
Yeah.
And then just the odds and ends, weapons. Go pick up Grimseaver and, stuff like that.
Just all those kind of things.
When I went through the Dawn Guard, I guess I went too quick. I didn't unlock the rune weapons.
Oh.
So I got to go back and see if I can do that. Find that priest not the priest, but the mage.
Oh yeah.
Which side did you go through? Did you go through
Dawn Guard? I went with the Dawn Guard
because they've done it so you can get both either side, I believe. So you should have been able to pick up the rings and stuff that you get from the vampire side. Because if you do the vampire side, he is given like the rune hammer and the rune shield and everything like that to certain NPCs when you go and do a fight. So you'll do like a quest fight, and you'll kill an NPC, and they will have the rune. Because I done the vampire side, and they will have. So you should be able to find a quest somewhere where you go and do something where you can be able to get what you need to do the vampire side of it. The only problem is that the vampire side had these fucking ancient vampire remains.
Oh yeah.
So you get those, and it makes the blood chalice more potent. But you have to do quest after quest after quest, and only after I done 20 of them did I realize that the rewards are randomized. So you can get two legs, 2 arms, a torso, and then get another leg, and then get an arm, and then get another torso. So, and you need one of each. You need the head, 2 arms, was it hand? It was either hands or arms or something like that. But to put in the museum, and they were all randomized. So then I started getting extra feet, extra arms, and an extra torso. Still missing the head, and I was like, "Fuck this!" So I started doing that trick that you do in the Thieves Guild, to get the quest in the city that you want. Where you ask for a job from Vex, and then you save directly after it. You quickly get out with a conversation after she says, "All right, here, take the quest," and you X out with a conversation. Then you save right there, and then if she doesn't give you the city you want, you just reload, and then it reloads, and then the quest objective, the city changes. So you just keep on doing that until you get the one that you want. Because I'm the fucking guild master, damn it! I'll tell you who I'm going to fucking rob.
This is true. Yeah, that's what I did with the Thieves the other day to get through it faster. The quick save thing.
Yeah, quick save. Just you ask for a job, and then you just
quick save it.
Get out with the conversation, quick save it.
Yep.
And then she keeps going. The only problem is that and then you go to Delvin, and then you you get the wrong job, and then you quick save, and then you go all the way back to before, and she switches your God damn it!
Yep, pretty much.
Have you ever done that? Because the way I done it was because you can quit the job as well. So the way I used to do it was like, don't mind about this saving bollocks. I'll just quit the job. If you have something you quit the job like 6 or 7 times, she takes something out of your inventory.
Oh, whoa, really?
Like a potion or a fucking.
Oh, because you're not providing them money.
Yeah, so they'll take something original. I was sitting there and was it? I can't remember what I took. As I said, I think it was a potion. But yeah, they did sort of like something like was taken from your inventory, or was like has left your inventory. So that little notification you get on the top left. I was like, you motherfuckers!
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know if I'm ever going to get up to 900 and something items. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's getting very tedious now.
Yeah.
I come back with my usual huge haul of stuff and dump it in. Yeah, because I had done so. I brought the Jagged Crown back and put that on display, and then did all the rest of the Civil War, and just collected all the unique stuff that I came across, and even had Ulfric's armor and all that kind of stuff. Got back to the museum, hit the button, and the other thing is when you get this this many items in there, it takes forever. I mean, like at least 5 real life minutes for this thing to go through the sorting process.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then it comes up and says you have 0 new displays. I'm like, what?
Oh my god.
So so doubly on top of that. So now not only did I get I got no new displays, but I also have 600 pounds of loot that I need to unload somewhere to to carry on. So yeah, it's starting to get considerably more tedious.
That's when you start doing the what you would call it, going to him every time you can, sort of like you got something for me.
Yeah,
you're like an addict at that point. You're like, hey man, give me something, give me something,
just give me something specific,
just anything at all.
Anything. Yeah. I gotta get it, man.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I came back from Solstheim, so I had a bunch of stuff because it was my first trip there. So that was a good haul for me. I had like 15 items when I got back, from that first trip. So I'll probably go back over there again and as a cat comes whining behind me, go back over there again and do some of the other quests like the Azadal and all that kind of stuff. So I'll be able to get a bunch more items like that.
Well, at least the cat's much quieter than my psycho doggy.
Yeah, I don't know. They both just came wandering and whining like something's going to happen. One may appear.
Yeah, the Trials of Trinimac quest, that one definitely was good. That I got 12 displays. You get all the snow elf stuff out of that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and then I figured out how to, one of the quests you use a waystone to to traverse into a new realm, and you find a bunch of stuff that from Tiber Septum.
Cool.
But in part of that, you find a new forge where you can forge some weapons, and you can turn dragon souls into these special soul ingots that you can craft these weapons with. But you can only do one at a time, and so you have to make a weapon and then go make a replica of it. Put the replica on display. Take the weapon back, change it to a new style of weapon. Go make a replica of that one, hang it up on the wall, and then so you go through this, and there's like 8 or 9 of them.
Oh Jesus, that seems a little tedious.
Yeah, it was. That could have been a little smoother, but still. So I still have. I have 2 shouts that I still have one segment of each one to get, and I still have 53 dragon souls.
Oh wow, Jesus!
Even after spending a bunch of them on that crafting, unlocking every single shout.
Wow.
And, I mean, it's just everywhere I go, there's a dragon.
There's a dragon. 53 still. Oof.
Yeah, so it's like, I'm just trying to find things to spend souls on.
There you go. There you go. That seems like a good way.
Sounds like souls. I think that Skyrim right there is lost to the dragons, I'm afraid.
Yeah. That one is definitely lost to the dragons. They definitely won that war.
Yeah. Alduin taught that resurrection spell to one of them, so they're all, so you're just cycling through the same ones again.
Yeah, somebody keeps going.
Yeah,
raising them back up.
Yeah, that's a super fun legacy. I have a lot of quests to go through still with that character, so I should be able to get a ton of items pretty easily again next time I hop into that one. I think I've only done the main quest, really. I don't think I've done any. I might have done the Bard's College too, but I haven't done a lot of other stuff. Yeah, I've definitely done the Bard's College because I had the book King Olaf's Verse in there, so I've definitely done that.
Yeah, I when I go to do the Bard's College, because I haven't done it yet, it'll take me just like 3 minutes because I already have everything.
Oh, do you?
From being in all the different, caves and bandit camps and stuff. So yeah, I've got the book, the drum, the flute.
Oh yeah, the flute.
Is it a lute? What's the other one?
Finn's lute. Yeah, Finn's lute.
Yeah. So I've got all those things.
Yeah, I have Pantia's flute right now, or however you say it, in my one inventory, and I'm like, oh god, I got to go over there and drop that off. One of those things that just sticks in the inventory forever.
Yeah, and it doesn't really matter to me anymore because I've got it's like 920 carry weight.
Oh yeah, that's wow, jeez. I think I'm still at like 5-something, like 530 carry weight.
Yeah, and I could even actually I probably should just to see how high I can get it. I should be able to get it to 1,000 because I don't have a bandolier.
Oh, okay. So if you add that, yeah.
So that should add 100 carry weight. So yeah, it'll put me over 1,000.
Just for all those special items.
Yeah. Just my inventory is just absolutely ridiculous.
Oh my god!
Just all the crap that's just sitting there, and I just don't care.
Oh, actually, I have to check and see if I stored stuff on my horse. I might have a bunch of crap in my horse that I forgot I stored in the saddlebags or whatever with convenient horses. Yeah, god, I think I might have a bunch of junk in there. I always forget to check the horse though, because when I fast travel to the museum, the horse is outside.
Right.
Oh yeah, I got to do that now. Actually, that was a good reminder. Check the horse next time. Oh gosh. Yeah. No, I don't.
Yeah. Even my horse is sporting dragon bone armor.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Have you got him set to doing charges? You can charge with the horse, and was it knock people down?
Oh.
You can like in. Mounted combat.
Yeah.
So you can actually, what you have to do is, if you can go into the settings and set up mounted combat where you can do a charge.
Do the training.
Yeah. All you do is you take the sword out when you're or take the spell out, whatever it is, when you're on hotspot, and then when you start sprinting at somebody, you can charge into them and knock them on the ground, and it does a fair bit of damage. I think it's the same thing as when you're charging with a raised shield bash or shield charge or something like that on the block skill line where you run into them and knock them on the ground.
Oh yeah.
So. I'd actually have to start riding the horse then.
Oh yeah.
I never ride him. He's just always there when I fast travel somewhere.
That's a good point.
Because I have everything, almost every location is unlocked.
Yeah.
So I never am far away from anywhere I need to be with a fast travel. which is part of the reason why I get so many dragons.
Oh, that's true too. Yeah, you're fast traveling everywhere. I still need to do some on foot travel or on horse travel because I have a bunch of places to still open up. So I tend to just unless I was doing something specific, I tend to just fast travel when I'm heading back to the museum, or like if I get a bunch of stuff and I'm like, I gotta get rid of all this crap, so let me hop around and get rid of it all and go back to where I was and gather more stuff.
Yeah, you can tell I'm not going back to the museum quite as often because there's guards in Solitude again.
Oh, they're beginning to return.
Yeah.
Starting to repopulate the town again. Oh, God. Were any NPCs wiped out? I think you said a couple were, right?
Yeah. The only one that I really noticed was the, what's her name? Nernir, or whatever, the lady from Radiant Raymonds.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right.
So I'm not sure what happened to Beerend, the blacksmith there.
Oh, yeah.
I never found his dead body, but I asked him why he wasn't fighting in the Civil War. And then the next time I went there, he was gone. So I don't know if he enlisted or what.
Or what happened? He just left? I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, maybe the dragon got him and threw him and he flew out of the city.
He does have an assistant that works inside.
Yeah.
So you've got if you go in the actual blacksmith and check with the guy inside, and if you can buy shit from him, that means the Beerend's dead.
Gotcha. I'll have to check that.
Oh yeah, he's at the counter. Yeah. I wonder. I mean, if a dragon got him, he could be, maybe he's like up on a roof or something weird. You know how sometimes they could like toss him, or something odd could have happened.
Either that, or he's the one going around Solitude repopulating them.
Yeah. Yeah, he's too busy right now. He's busy right now. He's busy repopulating the town.
He's the new Adam.
Yeah. Yeah, he's busy bringing Solitude back to life. Oh, God.
He's an anime lead MC.
Oh, man. So what's going on over with Fallout feed and space?
So the Fallout feed, we're getting close to the end of this roundtable season.
Ooh. Main quest,
so
Fallout 4.
Coming down the main stretch, getting ready to everybody to take on the Institute. So that'll be in a few weeks.
Nice.
And in No Man's Sky, we're enjoying the new Prisms update, and also actively watching for the next expedition to get released.
Oh, cool. It's awesome how much they're releasing for that now. It seems pretty regular.
Yeah, it's incredible. How much they're churning out.
I don't know if that's on Game Pass. Is that on Game Pass too?
I'm not sure.
I don't remember. I'll have to look, but yeah, gosh, it's been a while since I played it. I'm so many updates behind that it would be a fresh start, really, going in. Yeah.
And so the latest episode of The Butcher Baker and Candlemaker in Space is the farting fish update.
Oh boy.
So with Prisms, they gave the opportunity to tame and ride low flying creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Previously, it could only be ones that walked on the ground, and so now you can hop on butterflies and beetles.
Oh, cool!
And somebody found this little fish that has a trail of gas behind it.
Oh my God, it's amazing!
And so now that's the holy grail, is to get yourself a farting fish.
Amazing.
And ride it around.
Ride it around. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I love how much they've done for that game. It's just fantastic. Yeah. I hope more people give it a chance because it's worth it.
Yeah.
Let's see. I recorded. If you want to hear about my Grand Canyon adventure that almost went terribly wrong and we almost did not survive, you can listen to that on Will Run For next Monday. And also recorded our second episode of the Fantasy Island podcast, where we are rewatching the original Fantasy Island.
Oh my gosh!
Deep Lane, episode 2 of Fantasy Island from February of 1978. One of my favorite shows growing up, I have to admit, and super fun. Super fun to go
watched
back
a lot
to.
Of that one.
Yeah, it was really fun. It's really fun to go back to be honest. It's definitely a time capsule, especially clothing wise.
Yeah, no doubt.
Some amazing butterfly collar leisure suits happening in this episode that were something to behold. But
oh yeah, I got a new one every time there was a school dance.
That's it. Yeah. I definitely had one as a kid too. I had a blue corduroy one because everything was corduroy back then as well, because you needed to make loud swishing sounds as you walked anywhere you went.
Exactly.
Just an amazing fabric. So hopefully we should be back in normal schedule, maybe every other week. And it'd be good to get back to some normal playing and recording and things like that. So perhaps I will be able to put together a bit of a rough schedule for the Oblivion thing for next time, if that'll work. At least I'll see where my character was. If I can run through the quests, that'll help even better. Then I'll have a better idea of how long each one of them is, so I know what to put together and stuff like that.
Because it has Oblivion has an awesome journal for the quests.
Yeah,
if you go through complete quests, so when you have that quest, so you just click on it and then it goes through all the stages, like a big long list of it, and you can read through what you went through.
Yeah. That'll help, because then I'll know if because just seeing the name of a quest, maybe it's 2 steps, or maybe it's a super long quest where I had to go through 15 different things. Yeah, I don't know. So I want to kind of look back a little bit to just have a better idea. I mean, those things are always flexible when we do them anyway, when we run into those issues where we've, thrown a super long quest in with another super long quest and then 2 mini quests together or something. So just to have a better idea of that. But that's all I have for this time. Thank you guys for joining me. Victor is modding Valheim soon, he said. So there's that.
Yeah. There's a few things I'm gonna text him on that to make sure it happens. Maybe they'll find a first person mod for you, Ray.
That'd be huge.
Oh, that's still just third.
I think he said there actually is one, but it doesn't look right yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was something, because he and I were looking at that, and it was really weird.
It doesn't do it real clean, a little weird looking. Yeah. So till next time. That's all I got. See you, everybody.
Night, guys.
Bye-bye.